सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरम् गोविन्दं परमानन्दम् सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। यदिदं सकलं विश्वं नानारूपं प्रतीतमज्ञानात् तत्सर्वं हिमृगपस्तशेषभावनादोषम्। The entire universe, Vishwam universe, whatever is appearing, Pratitam, that is appearing, Ajnanat, because of ignorance. Everything is nothing but Brahman, Tat Sarvam Brahma Eva. Everything is nothing but Brahman. Pratyasta Ashesha Bhavana Dosham. Brahma, which is having the quality of being free from all the impurities of the thoughts. Thoughts themselves are considered to be impure here. You understand this? The thoughts themselves are considered to be impure. So pure means, as you have seen earlier many times, pure means a thing which doesn't have any mixture in it. There is nothing else except one. That is called pure. So yadidam sakalam vishwa. So appearing in many forms, that is the nature of the universe. It is appearing in many forms. We experience that every day. We know it very clearly, and everybody knows this. This is how the nature of the creation. Now, what is the problem with the human beings then? The appearance of the universe is not the problem. The variety of situations, they happen, we know very clearly. There are changes. Throughout our lifetime, we will experience. We have already experienced till now. In future also, we are going to experience varieties of changes that are going to happen. Some little changes, I'll tell you. Some little things. It's not that for eternally we are going to experience the changes that will take place in this earth. It's not like that. It's a very, very short period of time. Seems to be very long. People don't know how to spend their time. Such a very short period of time. But even then people think, I'm not getting work to spend my time. I don't know how to spend my time. Some people, they say like this. It is running out, time is running out, they don't witness that, they don't pay attention towards that. So, unless you assimilate things properly, you are not going to be comfortable in your life, I tell you, all the time. Every human being in this world, he or she has to assimilate the things as they are. Ajnanat pratitam, the scripture is telling, because you do not know, it is appearing. The world is appearing because you do not know. That doesn't mean the appearance is the problem. What you see, if it is a problem, then you cannot live happily throughout your life. What you hear, if it is a problem, then you cannot live happily in your life. So what you hear, what you see, if these things do not create any problem for you, then you are safe all the time. You have made your job. That is important, and that you should know how important it is. You should know how important it is. When no experience in my life is a problem for me, then I have made my life. Nothing more to know. That assimilation has got to be there. And there is a gap between the reality and my expectations. The wider the gap, the more disturbed I am. And how to bridge the gap between my expectation and the reality. This is the reality for every human being in this earth all the time. And expectations also will be there. And realities also will be there. So now, when I have got expectations, naturally every work starts from expectation only. I am speaking this with the understanding, with the expectation that you are going to understand each and every work. And you are also there too with the expectation that you'll be hearing something useful. That sort of expectation, expectation will be there. So without expectation, work never takes place. But the problem in expectation doesn't, it's not there in the in expectation. Problem is not there. What is the problem then? The problem is when the expectation is not fulfilled, then the problem starts. And what are your expectations? Limitless, I tell you. Limitless expectation. Infinite expectations. So many expectations. I expect from you, I expect from things, I expect from my body, I expect from my mind to be cool. I'm not able to get out of my anger. It is coming up again and again, it's rushing. They're very helpless. So many people are very helpless at you. You see, therefore, there is a psychiatric department. I don't know what sort of department it is, but there is a department called psychiatric department. His thinking is not correct. So, how do you correct your thinking, dear? By making the fellow sleep? That doesn't work. You need to digest the creation the way it is. Your expectations are there, okay. Suppose none of your expectation is fulfilled. What's the big deal about it? What will happen to this earth? What will happen to you? Then I will say, I will be gone. I will be nowhere. That is your problem. This sort of thinking your ancestors had. Today also we are having the same thinking, same problem. Everybody suffered coming to this earth. And today also people are suffering. Why should I suffer? Why should I expect so many things from this earth in this short lifespan? I've got a very short lifespan. I know very clearly. I should be very clear. People may think you are going to live long. may the Lord bless you to live long. How long? 200 years, 150 years. So that understanding, I should have very firm understanding. It's not wavering understanding. So even if it's wavering understanding, you have to fluctuating. I mean that by that I mean that. So if your understanding is very firm, that I do not have any big thing to get in this earth. I don't find anything big thing in this universe to get. That should be there. What should you get? Do you want to get some clay or some sand? do you want to get some dust, particles, or some water, etc.? What else do you have in this earth? Because you think that this is big, therefore you think these things are very big. So gold, etc. It's just like dust, etc. A person who understands this, for him it is just like dust, etc. It is of no use. So when this is very tough little bit, but so when you know that there is nothing big in this universe, will you have the strong desire to live here forever? Why should I? So the assimilation is very important. Patitam ajnanat, when the scripture is telling Patitam ajnanat, because you do not know, therefore the world is appearing perfect. But when there is appearance of the world, you cannot negate the qualities the world, objects of the world they have. The qualities you cannot negate. And if you negate the qualities, living will be impossible. Therefore, understanding the nature of the world along with the source of the world, nature of the universe and source of the universe, both the things are required. You need to understand English or Odia, whatsoever language you understand, anywhere in this world. You need to understand the language, plus you need to understand the source of that language, that is sound. Both the things. Unless you know the language, you cannot transact with anybody. You cannot talk to anybody. Because talking means language. That doesn't mean because you have the knowledge of a given language, you are very happy, very proud, etc. This happens. So we know a new word in a given language. We know a new word. And I feel very happy because others do not know it. Yeah, I've got the knowledge of a given word, that's okay. But my being very happy or very unhappy, these are the problems. I have got the knowledge of the word that I know, so I have to understand very clearly that this is how I am supposed to know. And there are so many other words also. There are so many other unlimited words are there which I do not know. And my knowledge of these words and ignorance of certain other words, they do not bring about a big problem in my life. That I should be very clear. I don't have a very big problem because I do not have the knowledge of a given language. So pleased with whatever knowledge I have with respect to the given language, and whatever ignorance I have with respect to the same language also. Then what will happen? You will be cool with respect to the knowledge of your given language. Then you can understand this is sound. Dosham. Dosha means it is creating problem in you. Whatever creates problem in you, the scriptures gives you the solution. Don't give importance to that. And why you give importance? Because you had been giving importance earlier. That is what it is. So what should you do then? So go back to the origin. Whatever importance you had given to the objects, you have to reduce the importance now by thinking. Why I gave so much importance to these things? Because I didn't know it. So once I know it that it is not going to save me, no object in this universe is going to save me, no medicine can save me, no human being can save me. I should understand this reality and need not have to give importance to anything or anybody whatsoever. I cannot give importance to anything or anybody. But I do use them according to their quality. I do respect everything. That is where a person keeping cool with this attitude. Change in the attitude, not in the objects of the world. You cannot change day and night. You cannot change day and night. You can have the attitude. No, day is this much, and night also is this much. Some people say, so there's so much of work, there should not be any night. You may have your imagination because you think that there are so many things to do. There's a basic problem, I tell you. I have got so many things to do. This is the basic problem. My ancestors thought like that. You see, you ask any old person, nobody goes to an old person. Why? Nobody goes near an old person because this fellow will start. When you start a conversation, how are you? How are you, sir? If you say, he will start from his childhood days. His story starts from the childhood. He will say, when I was 5 years old, I did like this and that. And when I was 10 years old or 20 years old, he will keep talking about his past because he doesn't know anything other than what he has done in his life. It seemed to be very big for him that I have done so many things in my life. And that is where he wants to get some satisfaction. The other way around, the Lord kept me alive for such a long period of time. I am very happy. This sort of understanding doesn't take place because you are work-oriented. What you have done, what he has done, who is doing what, etc. All these things, always doing. How the Lord is keeping everybody alive, that's what your mind doesn't go towards that. Anybody who is alive in this world is working, and nobody is alive because of him or her. So if you pay attention to the Lord which is behind each and every activity in this universe, you are giving importance to any work will vanish at you. And why you don't give importance to the Lord? Because you don't try to think. Sometimes everybody pays attention to luck, etc. Whatever you say, disaster takes place. Sometimes disasters take place, flood, earthquake, etc. That time you remember how things can change like this. Suddenly somebody passed away. Suddenly, you also suddenly remember the Lord for a short period of time. It is not that Lord is not there or the rules of the Lord, they are not governing the universe. It is not like that. They are already there. They are governing and they will be in future also. Only you have got to be aware of that. You've got to be aware of that. Yeah, the Lord is governing the entire universe. I thought I'm doing this and that. I thought He is doing this. They are all instruments in the hands of the Lord. So this change in the attitude. I am privileged to work today. Now, privileged to work now. And everybody is privileged to work. And further, one more thing, whoever is supposed to work, he will work. And if he doesn't work, there is no loss. So many people have lived in this world, so many people have died. So there has not been any profit or loss. Whatever they did, there is no profit. The world is not dancing. If the world starts dancing, nobody will be alive. So you need not dance. That's important. You need not dance. Whatever happens in your life, you need not dance. That's what the scripture says. Keep your cool. If you are very happy, be sure you'll be very sad. Be only pleased. How you'll be pleased? Because this is how things are going to happen, whether it is comfortable or uncomfortable. Both the situation I accept because the Lord wants this to happen. And yeah, I will do whatever I can do. Because whatever I can do also, that is given by the Lord. So this type of attitude to develop, it takes a lot of time. So many births, the scripture says. Because accepting the Lord becomes very difficult. Therefore, the system is given. Keep worshipping, whichever way relate to the Lord. You try to relate to the Lord of the entire universe, because the ego surfaces every moment. It comes up all the time. Something to do, something to be reckoned with. I am such an important person. I feel like being someone. This sort of thinking. Even if I feel like being someone, how does it matter? I should know. Even if somebody is boosting of his some quality, some strength and money, etc., whatever, how does it matter? I should know very clearly. Let him boost. I know he's going to unhappy. So, a thorough assimilation of all the things, yourself, outside world, what is very important, how people are behaving, how different schools of thoughts are there with respect to the Lord. Many people, they think varieties of things. So all these things, they are supposed to happen. That's why they are happening. And of course, when there are difficult times with respect to the body, they have got to be there. That they have got to be there. And I keep my cool. There is the way to grow in life. How do you grow in life? Entire life you keep complaining, then you have not grown. When the complaints go away, I tell you, I always think of our ancestors, how they lived in the caves, didn't have a house, no hut, didn't have a house to stay, no hut inside, no hut where they can live. They didn't have the knowledge. So caves were there. Caves means what? There is a system in the earth where there is a hole like stuff, you can be there. Cave. That's how they lived. They lived and they died. So, what will be? You just imagine somebody living in the forest. So what will be his ambition? What I will do in life? I will be a collector. I will be I'll be prime minister. Where is prime minister? There is nothing except forest. There is nothing except forest. Where is the question of being someone? Someone else? There is no. He will not have the desire to be someone. That's a desire. There's a basic problem which gives rise to other problems in life. I want to be someone. There is a problem. That means whatever I have become, I am not happy with that. So whatever I have become here, I am not happy with that, and by doing something or getting something, I feel better. Then there is no end to it. Life will stop, but your feeling better will not stop. So that's why that's why nobody is happy dying in this earth, because always they'll be thinking that there is something left to be done. I should have experienced the world a little more time. I have seen the grandmothers telling, I want to see the marriage of my mm, grandchildren. Marriage of my, hey, you got married. You suffered so much in your life. You know, wow, very nice relationship you have with your husband. If at all he is there. And have a very good relationship in the beginning of the marriage. Let 1 year go, the relationship starts dwindling. And after some time, you don't know who is doing what. That fellow is staying there, you will say. His husband, where is your husband? I don't know, that fellow is staying there. Where is wife? I don't know where she has gone. This is what the relationship, it happens over a period of time, because you slowly understand the reality. These days, they say, the only parents are left in the house. Some places. In fact, there are places where you don't find parents, etc. Somebody is living with somebody. There are things. So it happens that way all over. You don't know. Whatever happening everywhere, that is perfect, you should know. Whatever is happening anywhere, it is perfect. So parents are seeing, both are 90s, in their 90s or 80s, suppose. So what sort of thinking will be there? Affection. He is waiting for her death, and she is waiting for his death. And that is the reality. If you thought it earlier, oh Lord, this is how the reality, and this is beautiful, keep thinking about it, because hey, sunrise and sunset, they are not going to change. Keep thinking again and again, this is how the reality. Let me be happy with that. Whatever way you have kept me till now, I am very, very happy, because you have kept me alive. I don't complain about what I have, or what I don't have, what knowledge I have, what knowledge I don't have. I never complain about. I should never complain. Even if the complaint comes, please forgive me. So, given the subtlety of the knowledge, our scripture has said, so many births a person has to take in order to understand this. That means it's very tough. It is very tough. That is what the scripture wants to say. But even though it is tough, one can get it, one can understand it. It is purely a matter of understanding. Once you understand the right thing, you remain cool. By doing things, if I want to remain cool, I will forget that I will become cool. That is not possible. So, ignorance with respect to language, as we discussed, that creates problem with respect to language. How? Somebody is scolding, somebody is praising, etc. What is the ignorance about the language? I do not understand that this is sound. But before that, as I discussed, whether scolding is there or praise is there, both things I accept, because the Lord has got his scheme of things, and I am supposed to get those things. Similarly, this is with respect to language. With respect to each and every relationship, with respect to each and every incident in my life, whatever way it is unfolding, everything is in this scheme of things, and I don't have anything to object. Then what will happen? This ajnanam, this is a pot, is ajnanam, scripture is telling, but pot is the reality with respect to the usable, it being usable. What is usable in a given way, that you cannot dismiss. If you dismiss, then living will be impossible. You cannot live without a language. You cannot live without food, etc. Food you have to say. So, world is not a problem. Giving reality is a problem. And if you understand this as a relative reality, then also it is not a problem. It is a relative reality. And a relative reality also there is perfect and imperfect. I am saying this is potato. You are saying this is tomato. No, I will say no, this is not tomato, it is potato 100% because everybody accepts it as potato. It's not tomato. That strength should be there. Sun rises in the east. Perfect. You cannot say sun rises in the west. So this is with relative reality. In this relative reality also there is right and wrong. In fact, in the relative reality alone, right and wrong. So right you have to be strong and wrong you have to be strong also. No, this is wrong and this is right. And some places you don't know also what vegetable we should eat, what we should not eat. You cannot say this is right and this is not right. You have got your own concept and both are right according to me. Somebody is eating vegetarian food, fine. Somebody is not vegetarian, it's okay. Anyway, life is not for eternal time. So, so these objects, their qualities, the names, usefulness, everything has got a certain reality. All these things have got to be assimilated. Here the last thing scripture is telling. And that if you assimilate, you are able to assimilate that. That's why I'm telling it is the last thing. Because the universe itself doesn't exist, scripture is telling. Pratyastha ashesha bhavana dosham. All the bhavanas, your thoughts are also not true, this scripture is telling. But to come up to this level, you have to go systematically. First, the universe is there. Universe is bound by innumerable laws. And laws means they are not going to be impartial, be partial. They cannot be partial. Laws will not be partial. Morning is something other than other to you and some other to me. It's not like that. Morning is morning for all. Rain is rain for all. Birth, hunger, thirst, death. This is universal phenomenon. So the universal laws are there, and I do not go against the laws. And the laws, universal laws, they are to be understood as the manifest form of the Lord. The Lord has directed the wind, you will become like this. Fire, you will become like this, because I have not made it so. Human beings, they will not have tail, they will not have horns. They don't need wings. But the birds, they need wings. We call it wing, a system through which this fellow can fly. See, what do you mean by wing? It's a system through which, with the help of which, this fellow can fly. And the stuff is there inside the water, you see. Earlier as a child, I think how these people are not getting suffocated inside the water. I used to think. The fish are there inside the water. See? They are living their life is like that. Of course, they are living because of the same oxygen, same water, but the system is there. They will produce oxygen and live. The Lord's wish. There will be living organisms outside. In the air, there will be some people, some will be flying in the air, some will be inside the water, and amphibians are also there, inside water and outside also. They can live like frog. So this creation as it is has got to be understood slowly. Scripture says slowly because suddenly you cannot understand the most difficult thing. It takes time. That's why I give the example of while learning a bicycle, when you are learning, somebody has to hold in the backside so that you don't fall. Yeah. Even then, somebody is holding, somebody is holding, even then you are afraid, but you had never sat at such a height. After some time, you free yourself from the handle also and you ride. That is how the system. So this system of worship and whatever austerity measures that you take, the purpose has got to be clear. Purpose is to understand the truth and remain happy. Purpose is not to get something from anybody in this world, from any Lord also, and from any God. I do not want anything from that. I want to understand the reality of the God. If that sort of understanding is there, and if you are going in the right direction, that's why I say right. Why I say right direction? Because if you are not going in the right direction, innumerable lives also, even if you are given, you won't be able to understand this. Because it is a matter of understanding, not doing. And this and that is Bhagavan, Lord is not like that. So, in fact, the mantra, Gayatri mantra, which is there in Vedic scripture, the purpose of the mantra, the meaning of the mantra is, may the Lord, Sun deity, give me the right thinking, because right thinking alone keeps me happy throughout my life. Whenever I am happy, you see, whenever I was happy earlier, it was because of my right thinking. And whenever I was unhappy, it is because of my wrong thinking. Now we are not happy. We are not unhappy now. We are hearing this, we are not unhappy. Why? There is no reason for us to be unhappy. Or whenever I find a reason to be unhappy, then I should understand how it is not correct. That is the pursuit, spiritual pursuit. A person who wants to be happy all the time. There is no reason to be unhappy. Whatever happens to the body, there is no reason to be unhappy. Whatever happens to the outside world, there is no reason to be unhappy. There is every reason for me to do something. That's okay, but there is no reason to be unhappy. That should be the only understanding. No flickering, only understanding that I need to accept each and every situation as the life unfolds. So the reality of the world is the reality of the manifest form of the Lord. And because of that, we are transacting. So I am very pleased with the nature of each and every object. That takes time. When I am saying I am pleased with each and every nature of the object, means I should be pleased with the child. Equally, I should be pleased with the very old man, 95-year-old. Equally pleased, because that is the law of nature. It takes a lot of time, I tell you. You see for yourself. But there is no other go. And when there is no other go, you have to pursue it consistently, without fail. The Lord never makes you old. If at all He made you old, then He made you a child also. What's the problem? He made you youth. And the Lord also gave you the intellect. You understand this is how things are. So, the more you understand the reality, the better we become. And this is the culmination of your knowledge, the last stage of your knowledge. What is that? There is no universe at all, no thoughts also. Only Brahman is there, or I am there only, and there is no second thing. As we meditate every day. So, systematic approach, you cannot jump, I tell you. It is a systematic approach. Go step by step so that the pursuit becomes very healthy. You are pleased with the world first. First aim, I will be always pleased with the world. Whatever may be the problem, whatever they will be comfortable and uncomfortable situation. That is the beginning. We'll see later on. The rest of the time we'll meditate. Sit straight. This is guided meditation. The purpose of this meditation is to remove misunderstanding, any misunderstanding that takes place. Purpose of meditation is to remove only. There is no other purpose. Nothing happens in meditation. That sort of understanding should not be there. Something will happen in meditation. It is not like that. Only my misunderstandings will go away. So sit straight, close your eyes, and take the names of different parts of your body. Each part you see mentally. top of the head, the hair, the forehead, right eye, left eye, the nose, mouth, right cheek, right ear, left cheek, left ear, back side of the head, neck, right shoulder, right arm, right elbow, right palm, fingers, left shoulder, left arm, left elbow, left palm, fingers, back, chest, stomach, left thigh, left knee, left foot, toes, right thigh, right knee, right foot, toes, the entire body. I am very fortunate to be having this body of a human being. There are so many other creatures in this world. They do not have the capacity to think. I am very happy being human being because it's very rare in the creation. I am thankful to the Lord because of His grace. This body has been given. I will best utilize this body. Best utilization is to understand the truth about the universe. So, for that, whatever is required, I will do. Living is same everywhere. Therefore, the way I am living here, wherever I am in this world, this is how I live. This is how people live. Food and water are required for living. So, whatever is the right way to earn food and water, I will do that, accepting the direction of the Lord. Hunger, thirst, these are all directions of the Lord. The body will have hunger and thirst, etc. Body needs sleep also. Whatever is the nature of this human body, I accept it as the direction of the Lord. The way my life has become till now, I have spent my life, I am very happy. There may be mistakes, but that is why the Lord decided me to commit mistakes. I will be cautious that I am not committing mistakes in future. So not worried for the past mistakes, but correcting in the future. See how the air is entering into the body through the nostrils. It is coming out and keeping the body alive. The capacity of the Lord air. Capacity of the Lord air. It has got the capacity to keep the body alive. And because of that, I am able to do anything. Pay attention to the nose. Don't control the respiration. Only be grateful to the Lord air. Mental worship. Mentally worshipping the Lord. Purpose is to increase my calmness. The Lord can be worshipped physically, orally, mentally, orally praising the names of the Lords, taking the names of the Lords, physically offering flowers, etc. Mentally, whether it is mentally thinking about the worship or chanting, both the things can be done mentally. So think of any Lord, any idol of worship. Since the Lord is all pervasive, Whatever you are thinking, that is definitely the Lord. Put a flower at the feet of the Lord, prostrate in front of the Lord, and pray, O Lord, give me the capacity to change whatever I can change. Give me the capacity to accept whatever I cannot change. And may I know in every situation what I can change and what I cannot change. Salutations to the Lord. I am repeating the chant Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva means one who is always full of blessings. That is Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. This is the way of salutations. I am repeating it. You only hear that. By that you are doing salutations to the Lord. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 There is cause and cause and effect relationship between the cause of the creation and the creation. Any product, there is cause and effect relationship. Cause is the clay, product is the pot. The pot came from the clay. You can speak in other words, clay alone becomes the pot, because entire pot is nothing but clay. Similarly, consciousness is the cause of the entire universe, and therefore the universe is the effect and the cause is consciousness. Consciousness alone appears like the universe. All your thoughts are nothing but consciousness. See a red flower, red hibiscus flower. It is visible to you mentally, but it is nothing but consciousness. Similarly, the entire universe is nothing but one consciousness, appearing like so many things. You are that consciousness. Everything is that consciousness. It is one water alone looks like so many waves in the ocean. Similarly, only consciousness that is there. You are that consciousness. Everything else is consciousness, full of consciousness. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Maheshaha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithivi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarvesham Swastirбhavatu Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ